Spirituality. Spirituality is a broad concept of a belief beyond self, which is not only involves the religious traditions, but also a holistic belief in an individual connection with the other. So we can actually bundle it out in form of the psychology behind gratitude and spirituality as one at the same, as they both can be linked to morality, as it functions as a moral barometer and indicates the interpersonal interaction. There has been around 300 odd studies seeking the understanding of relationship between the spirituality and health, of which few suggest that due to an increased social stress linked to psychological problems such as increased risk of CVD or cardiovascular diseases and respiratory illness, spirituality and spiritual practices have shown a better results in coping up the same. So they bring a kind of a balance and acceptance to these social stresses. Henceforth, spiritual people have seen to be more volunteering and help in donation for the social cause. Spirituality or spiritual practices also focuses on meditation to cope up stress, live with built-in community, and turn to prayer as their practices help them find some kind of a comfort by assisting them to deal with the difficult emotions. So spirituality basically comes from the base question like what does it mean to feel psychologically well, and how exactly we can see spirituality in physiological and psychological realm. So we need to see the humanistic approach in psychology, which includes development of human psychology and a multidimensional construct of well-being, building such as concepts of basic life tendencies and also a positive criteria on mental health, which accounts to individualization and formulation of maturity, depiction of fully functioning person, and a notion of self-actualization. All these concepts which were very much seen as a traditional part of understanding in human psyche, thus implementing the same on human physiology. Psychological well-being covers a wide range of welfare, including positive assessments of one's self and one's past life, a sense of continued growth and development as a person, the belief that one's life is purposeful and meaningful, the possessions of quality, relation to others, the capacity to manage effectively one's life and the surrounding world. So this concept of psychological well-being corresponds to the WHO's definition of health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely an absence of disease or infirmity, which was formulated in the 1948. So when it comes to research and trying to understand spirituality on the psychological front, it has seen that there has been a positive impact of spiritual practices and the spirituality on physical health, mental health, as well as on the other positive health outcomes such as subjective well-being, health-related quality of life, coping skills, recovery from a mental illness, and less addictive or suicidal behaviors. So back in understanding about spirituality and our mental health, we need to see what exactly we mean by when you're spiritually active. Does it have some essence when it comes to our health and well-being? And how exactly spirituality can have a positive impact on our life. So it has seen that people who are spiritually active, they help and they can cope with the effect of everyday stress, and spirituality and spiritual practices help in coping up with negative feelings. They can actually feel a greater stress buffer. That means that they have a tolerance effect when it comes to the negative aspects of the stress, which implicates on their health, and also they are less psychologically reactive towards stress. They have a better health, they have a better psychological well-being, less of hypertension, depression, and also they are able to adapt to the stress and also try to handle the stress in much better way than those who are not spiritually active. So it doesn't mean that just with spirituality you can do certain things, but we need to understand that spirituality is not just about religion or religious practices. Something like meditation, gratitude, compassion, love, and having a positive emotion towards yourself and your surroundings can be accommodated under the large umbrella of spirituality. Well, spirituality influences many decisions which we make. It encourages people to have better relationship with themselves and others. Spirituality can help you deal with the stress by giving you a sense of peace, purpose, and forgiveness. Spirituality can also make you feel better in terms of confidence, self-esteem, and self-control. It can help you make sense of experience in life. People who are unwell, and if they have a kind of a deep and intended spiritual practice, their inner strength will help them recover faster from any kind of a disease. And mental health disorders can be treated with the help of spirituality through a psychotherapeutic method called as spiritually augmented cognitive behavior therapy. This therapy involves including spiritual values in cognitive behavior therapy, which focuses on acceptance, hope, meaning and purpose, and forgiveness. This therapy examines unavoidable parts of life such as birth and death. It then looks at the ways that you may confront these unavoidable parts of your life. And the main techniques which are used in this process is basically empathetic listening, encouragement of emotional expression, problem solving, meditation, prayers, monitoring effects of belief on the symptoms. Finally, a spiritual health assessment is something which is necessary as a part of any mental health assessments. Mental health issues like depressions and substance abuse can be a sign of spiritual void in the life as well. So understanding the difference between a spiritual crisis and a mental illness is a very important factor, and we need to get to the root of this problem to understand better how to evolve out of these problems. So as you take measures to support a healthy mental state, it's important to make sure you also take care of your spiritual health. Different approaches works in a different way for different people, so you should know what makes you more comfortable and happy. So if you ask me, here are a few things and a few ideas that will help you to have an improved spiritual health, such as finding out what makes you feel more peaceful, more loved, make you strong, and help you connected. Something like reading some inspirational books, try to meditate, taking walk outdoors, pray alone or with group, practicing yoga, playing your favorite sport, dedicating some time for yourself to understand what exactly you need. And most importantly, dedicate a small time from your day-to-day schedule just to keep doing some kind of a community service. These things will definitely help you and understand and help you find a purpose of life and meaning, help you cope with the stress and depression, restore hope and optimism in you, and find a sense of support in the community. So till then, have a nice time helping out yourself. In these tough times, it's very important for us to make the right choices, and probably this will encourage us to be more helpful to our people around and spiritually help us to attain much more deeper sense of gratitude within us. Stay connected, stay safe. Till next time, thank you.